Have you ever noticed that one cruise keeps finding its way back into your conversations? Maybe it was your first sailing. Maybe it was that anniversary trip you waited years to take. Maybe it was Alaska, the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, or a quiet week at sea that somehow became unforgettable. Ask any cruiser the question, if you could do one cruise all over again, which would it be? Most people don't hesitate. They already know. But here's the interesting part. Is it really the ship they're remembering? Or is it something much, much bigger? Was it people you shared it with? The stage of life you were in? The excitement of discovering cruising for the very first time? Or maybe it was one perfect week where everything just seemed to go right. Tonight, we're putting that question to the test. No brochures, no marketing, real cruising. Over the last week, we asked thousands of people one simple question. If you could do just one cruise again, which would it be? The answers were funny. Some were surprising. A few might even change the way you think about your own favorite cruise. So grab your drink, jump into the live chat, and start thinking about your answer. Because by the end of tonight, you might discover your favorite cruise wasn't really about the ship at all. Welcome to Ship Happens Raw. Hello, baby.
Hello.
How are you?
You put on a pink hat. I am great.
I did. I thought it matched my shirt. What do you think? Does it look good?
You're looking pretty in pink.
Does it make my boobs stand out?
We don't have disclaimers.
What? I do. I got a disclaimer from Eddie this week. I do. I can put it up. But that's not a bad thing. Got to say hi to everybody in chat first.
Hey, everyone for joining us.
Welcome in, Danny. Welcome in, Scott. Welcome in, Nicole. How are you guys tonight? And we got Ron in. Tripping with RB. How are you guys, Robbie and Beta? I got some news. They're going to join us on a Saturday morning show. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about that. And I got to start it off the same way as I do every time. No, because I missed it the last couple of times, didn't I?
Yeah, you've been neglecting me.
I'm going to have to throw it already. Wow. It's because we took Ship Happens off the live stream and we've been doing it in real life. I think that's part of the issue. We've been discussing the idea of merch and we have been going back and forth for a couple of days. And
I hear excuses.
Anyway, you look amazing. You look beautiful. I am so lucky to be you. And I am glad that you're here tonight. I am glad
Sometimes you make me wonder what you're up to.
It's all ulterior motives, is so that later on we can play checkers. And I know you don't know what that means, but I know the rest of the chat does. So it's for checkers. Huh. And that's the entire purpose and intent there.
Okay.
Aha. So what did you think of the topic tonight? Because I know we're going to get into it. And I'm going to just kind of throw out some chats.
I thought you were going to say about the intro. I don't like your new intro. It's too sci-fi, lasery. I don't like it.
Yeah. Here. Danny says, should we be scared, Kat, of what Matt thinks? And the answer to that question, Danny, is yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It always
scare me.
Scott will enjoy this because it is literally all about the sausage. But I do want to run down everything here. Just say hello, put everybody up because that's what we do.
No, that's what you do.
Yeah, that is what I do. Scott says hello, everyone. Nicole,
Scott. Hi, Nicole.
And Danny. And we got Robbie and Beta in. Who else do we have going down? And they, by the way, said they're looking forward to it. So they're going to come on after the holiday, of course, but really happy. And we have our newest Patreon member. We've got something special coming to you later, Randy. So please be looking in your inbox for that.
We have this Saturday on.
Me.
Did you announce that yet?
Not yet. Not yet, because I haven't confirmed if it's this week or next week.
I'm sure it was for this week.
You'll have to look in your little DM, let it poke around a little bit in your DM. But we do have a really cool announcement. We are going to be on another show this week. I'm super excited for this one. I went shopping today.
A Dollar General. He's a big spender.
Quiet. Oh no, this is Ship Happens Raw. You can argue with me all you damn want. Come on. I did. I was the big spender today. If I told you how much I spent, you probably would argue, because I was like, good Lord, I should have went to Staples or something.
You went to the wrong place. Those
Yes.
things you go to Dollar Tree. What you purchased is not Dollar General, because it's not everything is $1 there.
No, it was not $1. Those whiteboards were like $10. I was like, what the hell? And if you know what whiteboards are for, you know what I'm about to announce. We are going to be on the match game. Oh my goodness. Where is it? Hold on. I got to say it. Got to scroll down to it.
Are you posting the link?
Hold on. One more time.
Are you drowning me out? Is that what you're trying to do?
Maybe a little bit. So yes,
You're not
we are
prepared.
going to be on the match game this week. Scott and I can have a little bit of fun at your expense.
At my expense.
Yeah.
Or
And
maybe Scott and I will have fun at your expense. How do you know?
oh, I guarantee you're always going to have fun at my expense. That is what we do this for, right? Is to have fun at Matt's expense. And he is a good sport about it. But at the end of the day, we're going to have some fun with it. Anyway, so let's get on to Ship Happens Raw, because we got some people in the chat and we got some people watching, and they want to know what we're arguing about this week.
We're not arguing. There we go. Thanks, Danny.
Debating. Yeah, let's throw that up. Friday's match game, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh my goodness, that's 7 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
For all of those that want to join us, please come join us. But this show is, if you could do one cruise again, what would it be? I asked this in our Facebook groups, as usual, because we get a ton of response from our Facebook groups, like a ton. Crazy amount of response. This one wasn't the same as last week's. It didn't get the 80,000 views, which, by the way, is now crossed over 90,000, which is still surprising. That little text thread is going like crazy. But this one got a fair amount. It was about 10,000 responses to it. So I was super excited. And I asked if you could do one cruise again, which would it be? So I'm going to ask you, baby, if I handed you 2 boarding passes right now, same ship, same cabin, same itinerary, same people, and you get to relive just one cruise from our life, which one are you taking?
So this was actually harder than I thought it would be, right? Because I don't think about ships the same way that you do. It's about how I felt, and I remember the people, and I remember those little moments that probably wouldn't matter to anyone else. So if I had only one, I think I'd go back to Jewel of the Seas.
Jewel of the Sea. Oh, you changed it. We talked about this before because you
I
knew.
told you it was harder than I thought.
I'm going to throw it up there because I literally thought, this is the night I am going to win. Because you picked one and I was like, are you serious? You're picking that one?
I still think it's one of the top ones, but we'll get into that later.
So I'm gonna throw out a starter question to the chat. Start and show. Come on. Oh, I have something active already. There we go.
Chris wants to do all the cruises again.
What makes a cruise unforgettable? Type your answer in the chat. 1, the people. 2, the ship. 3, the itinerary. Or 4, the memories.
And I know you're probably thinking Jewel of the Seas, right? Like, why that one? And it's not the biggest water slides. It's not that the food was the absolute best. Everything just seemed to click on that trip, right? We weren't rushing. We weren't trying to film every second then. We actually stopped long enough to enjoy where we were when we were there. And that is pretty rare for us, especially these days.
I would agree. So Randy says Iceland. Chris says he would do them all over again. You say Jewel of the Seas. And I say something completely different. And you knew it was coming because I am that type of I'm not that type of guy I'm going to change after I told you which one I would pick again. I'm going to use it again. It is the one I got this hat at and why I wear this hat almost constantly. It was this January with Noah on Princess, first father and son cruise. First time I got to spend time with just him. And I'm going to throw this. We just booked a do-over cruise, Alaskan on NCL Bliss from Robbie and Beta.
Make sure one thread and then.
So I've been working on videos of that cruise for the last month. And I just think back constantly to the time that I got with him. He's 20 years old. He's going to be moving out soon. There is very few moments that I get to look back and go, wow, this was completely the perfect time where I just got to spend with my boy, bonding, doing some excursions, sharing the stuff that I love doing with him. He got to go out and be a 20-year-old on a cruise ship because mom wasn't there.
What is that saying?
What happens on Princess stays on Princess.
Now your son tells me.
I am sure he told you some. He didn't tell you all of it. Okay. But saying that to me, it changed it. It made it unforgettable, right? Would it be as magical today? I don't know. I'm going to find out because I'm doing it again in December with him. He had a good enough time that he said, Dad, I want to do it with you again. So I booked another cruise and it's not as long. That one we got to see some cool ports and I don't know that I'll have the same type of memories that I did with that one, but I get another 5 days at sea with my son.
And I think we both are picking people over the ship, which is a little bit surprising on your side because you are like a ship fanatic. But if you dropped me on the exact ship with different people, I don't know if that Joel would have made my top 5. To be honest, I think that to me, it's the people. Because you can recreate an itinerary. You can create a cabin, like you said, you can be in the same cabin. You can go on this exact same ship, but you can't recreate during that week, right? And the people that you were there. And I think that's the part people forget. You can't necessarily go back in time.
All right. I am going to stick that one up because we got some answers there. And I do want to stop that poll. And then I am going to show this one and we will talk about it. Okay. And I just realized I have spelling errors in my poll. So please forgive me as I put this up.
I didn't edit beforehand.
Would your favorite cruise still be your favorite if you sailed it again next month? So 1, absolutely maybe, 2, absolutely 2, maybe, 3, probably not, or not sure at all. Oh, and look at this. Scott says, I'm not sure I want to recreate any cruise. They all haven't worked out thus far.
You're cruising wrong, Scott. They're not working out.
And then, so why relive the past, right?
And nothing, you'll forget it. You'll be okay.
Yeah, drinking up and everything will be fine. The only ship I have been on twice, believe it or not, was the Seashore, and we are doing Reflection 3 more times in the next year. Boom, as Danny's laughing at you pretty hard, and Scott. And then I got to show this one. Oh, I meant the women I met. Yeah. So
that's a little bit different there. I don't know if alcohol will help you with that. It may actually go
does.
the wrong way.
It actually does. Some alcohol, it helps those moments, right?
I don't know what alcohol you're drinking.
And Danny knew exactly that's what Scott was going to say, right? So let's break it down. Why was it? What about Jewel made it the best for you? Because I absolutely disagree. It's a me problem.
At least you acknowledge the problem. So that
absolutely. Was it the ship, the itinerary? You said the people, but what stage of life? Why was it so good? Because I was on that cruise with you, and I remember day 8 where you're going, get me the hell off this ship.
But again, it's not that. That's because it was a really long cruise. It wasn't the actual itinerary. It's okay. So let's go look at your list. ranking what makes a cruise memorable. And how I would rank mine would be number one, the people,
Okay.
then two, the stage of life,
Okay.
three, unexpected moments, four is the crew, five is itinerary, and last is the ship for me.
All right. So it starts with the people as you, me, and Noah on Jewel of the Sea. I didn't think it was that long. It was only a 10-day, but it was long enough. It was kind of that we had good weather. What stage of life are you talking about here? Are you talking about being old and decrepit? Because we weren't there yet.
Old and decrepit. What stage of life and where you can, depending on where you're at in your career, if early on we were so focused on career that was really hard for us to disconnect when we went on family vacations, right? We're at a stage where we're able to do that disconnect without feeling like we're going to get fired and whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that piece, just depending on where you're at. We're not as ambitious. That isn't our driving force as it was when we were younger, right? And then those unexpected moments. So you could put me on the newest ship in the world. And if the people aren't right, if everyone's stressed, if someone's sick, because we've had people we sell with being sick, or if we're exhausted, we've been on those where we're just plumb tired and not really enjoying ourselves. I just, those things just don't matter. I don't care how many roller coasters it has or how many neighborhoods or how many restaurants. I want to be with the people. And that's what matters to me.
All right. So I'm going to look directly into the camera because I know you're watching me, baby. Jewel is not even in my top 5.
I know.
Not
to be.
And not because of anything you just said. The people will always rank it to the top. You and Noah were there. It was great. Okay. The itinerary, we had some great ports that we visited, some ports that we had never seen before, right? I think the stage in life, we were still way too busy. The crew was
phenomenal. I like them.
Yeah, they were not bad. Okay. We've had better experiences, not great, not bad. I'm not saying anything bad about them. It was average cruise experience. It was still pretty good. I enjoyed it. Okay. There were some cool, unexpected moments. The ship.
It's old. It's small.
The ship would probably rank down towards the bottom of what we've been on, right? You know, it just would. My number 2 cruise is Harmony. You and me on Harmony. I talk about that one all the time. I love that. It's not the newest cruise ship out there, but it's a good cruise ship. 2017, it's 10 years old. It just had a refurb. It's a beautiful ship. And yes, it has a lot of stuff to do on it, which had a lot. At the end of the day, though, hey, welcome in the fam. At the end of it, though, Jewel doesn't even get in the top 5.
But seeing Harmony is not my top 5. That's just the interesting thing about cruising.
You're fired from Ship Happens Raw.
Okay. That you want to take over?
No. Scott and I could not do this show. I'm telling you. It just couldn't happen. Hey, Ron, how are you doing, sir? I will throw up. Hold on.
You're going to throw up?
No, not yet. We haven't had enough to drink. That's going to be Saturday night, right? So I'm going to ask, starting show. Why stop? Hello. I got to figure this damn StreamYard out. All right. If someone paid for one cruise tomorrow, what would you choose? Would it be one, a repeat, a new destination, try a new ship, or I cannot decide? I'm going to hide that one down there. We got some comments in there and everybody's saying hello. Dizzle, Ron, Danny's laughing, Scott's laughing. Matt, you just told Kat she's fired. Yeah, I know. And I'm going to pay for that one later. Something tells me I'm going to be sleeping on the couch. How can you fire me from my own damn show? And Robbie comes in with number 2. So what would you say, baby? Is this going to be something that
What was the question?
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Here we go. For the person that got fired on the show, someone paid for one cruise tomorrow. What would it be? Repeat my favorite. 2, a new destination. 3, try a new ship, or 4, I
Cannot decide.
and see, Danny thinks I should have fired you, right?
I don't think Danny thinks that at all.
We would have to do a redo. And then Chris says, I agree. The crew was amazing on Jewel. However, the least accessible ship, I had challenging time getting in and out of my accessible cabin, unnecessary furniture to shrink the cabin. And then Ron says, 1, sorry, wasn't paying attention. Nicole comes in with 2. Chris is number 3, wants to try a new ship, and Cruise Life TV is in as well. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for coming with a new ship. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you guys coming in.
See, and I don't care about new ships. You and I have this conversation all the time. You were so excited about the legend information. I'm like,
No, you're getting me. Oh, baby. I think I have to adjust the camera. The entire desk just moved. Absolutely. Very honestly, for me, it's the ship. I want to try a new ship. If somebody's paying for my cruise, I am seriously going nuts. And we're booking Legend, Aura, Scarlet Princess. We are going on a brand new ship, right? And the more bells, the more whistles. We've done Luna. Luna was a beautiful ship, and it's the newest one out there right now. Right now, it's the newest ship, although that'll change in a few weeks.
I think, again, I get after the people, it's unexpected moments. And what I mean by that, those are the stories we tell after, the ones that stick with you. Like when we're getting caught in the rain in the port of Costa Maya, we got back from our excursion, and that guy dancing. Everybody was just dancing and having a party outside. Meeting people at dinner. We had a great time at the Bachian Harmony. It was all of our birthdays. And
4 people having a birthday. And yeah, absolutely. People
watching sail away from a balcony. Now those stick with you. The funny stuff, like when we did our Pac-Man duel, we went to the arcade and we were kids, or the Intergalactic. It's those stuff that you just don't plan.
See, I can tell Greg's been watching our videos because he knows I already chose the balcony.
He always chooses the balcony.
Always. Although saying that, our next ones are
Ocean View.
Yep, are all in, and we're just
slowly pulling him in.
Not pulling me in. I just want to cruise more, right? So whatever you say that gets me on board a ship, fine. If I've got to walk to see the ocean, that'll be fine. I don't care. I want to go on a ship.
So I just think, again, it goes to the stuff you never plan. It is every time we talk about a cruise story, you never come home talking about how nice Deck 8's carpet looked or the statue.
But saying that, you say that, and I remember clear as day us talking about how bad the carpet was on Jewel.
But that was an unexpected thing. If it looked decent, it would not have been a topic of conversation.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of this. He's getting us ready for it. I know it. All right.
Doing his homework?
Maybe. So we got to prepare. Oh, crap. Scott said, you just said I didn't have to do anything. I just had to come in and drink. And I was like, good, we're down with that.
He lied to you.
He did lie to me.
Or you didn't listen. It's probably more that you didn't listen.
Yeah, probably that. Choose between 2 inside balcony cruises or 2 inside balcony cruises or 1 balcony cruise. Easy decision. Balcony cruise all the way. If it came down to my choice, but I know it doesn't, right? It's always about what makes you happy, and I'm trying to make you happy. So always. So we got chat moving tonight. I love it. I love it.
You don't have to keep hitting up all that haze. People can see the hellos.
No, they can't. I have 0 showing on the screen.
But they're in chat talking. They'll see it. It'll be okay.
Michelle says we don't have to prepare, or we have to prepare. So, well, that's good because I promise you, Michelle, we probably weren't going to prepare. You know?
Yeah, I typically don't look at our topic until about 15 minutes before the show starts.
This is another ship happens off of the live stream. I'm like, hey, have you looked at at what I got ready for us. And every single time she's,
Nope.
so I'm like, you're going in blind on this, right? And I'm like, I'm so confident. I'm like, I'm going to kick your through and through. And then she gets on here and blows me out of the water. I have spent a week talking to people, getting opinions, all of it. And then, of course, Greg saying, we just need to show, by the way. And welcome in, Miss Vicky. How are you? So, saying that, you can't
Why
change
they
your
call
mind.
me the wing it queen, sweetheart. At work.
Wing it queen, right?
I am. I will just go in and talk to 1,000 people at last minute notice and be like, here you go. This is what we got.
Danny thinks the match game this Friday is going to be a little bit crazy. What do you think?
No, I think we're pretty subdued people. I think we're pretty mellow. Pretty
Well,
boring.
you or me, because I am not mellow. You might be mellow because I feed you alcohol and it keeps your energy level down until I have to carry you back to the room. And I love doing it. That's why I do it, because I get to play more checkers. Everybody out there knows what I mean, right? And Robbie says, I can do more inside cruises. See, and I get that.
He's starting to learn the cruise math. It's just going to take him a minute. It wasn't his strong subject.
What? Math is my strongest subject.
I know it is. So just even paying attention to me.
What are you? Do you know I'm looking down the chat trying to keep up, and you are trying to get one by me on this? No, you can't do it. Some of the comments we did get from the group were really about bucket list destinations. I heard a lot of stuff about Alaska. We had some comments about the Panama Canal, which was really cool, and the Southern Caribbean, the ABC Islands. And then it was for me, if you just planned, and I'm going to throw that back up because I think that's also a pretty good one to ask. And by the way, visit a new destination was our one answer on this poll. Oh, where did we go?
I don't know.
So, no, I did that one already. What the hell? Shit, Matt. Let's reset it. There we go.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. I lost my shit. Technical glitch. We're just going to move past the damn
Just
thing.
ask the question and start doing the poll, and then they can just answer it in the chat. You're making it complicated.
Stop it. Don't
Not
argue.
making sense.
You can't. Okay, because because I'm just going to go back to it and go back to the comments, right? Would it still be amazing to do this trip next month? Okay, so that's the question. If you could do Jewel again next month, same itinerary, same thing, all of it, do over, here we go. Is it going to be the same trip?
It's not going to be the same trip, but I would do it again. You can't recreate the past. There's reasons why horror movies exist, like Mothman Prophecy and things, or the butterfly effect. You just can't do it.
Chris says Japan bucket list, and Ron got exactly what I'm saying there, right? I'm just going to clear this out because we got a lot of stuff here.
Quit hitting up all the highs.
Okay, stop it. The other one was the favorite ship group. Okay, so we had a lot of stuff come across for Icon. Icon got a lot because guess what? I posted in a Royal Caribbean group. So that's
Yes, they're
Well,
data skewed.
yeah, there was stuff on Celebration in the Carnival group, and there was stuff about Icon was the number one. Surprise. We haven't been on Icon yet. And I can't wait till it comes to Galveston because we're going to get on there quickly. Luna there for the NCL, of course. But why those ships? Because you're the only one that's mentioning Jewel.
Because
The
I'm probably not the only person. A lot of people do enjoy some of the older ships and the smaller
they-
ships. Not everybody likes great big ships.
I disagree. I think everybody sitting in this chat is going to say they would prefer a new ship over
I
Jewel.
don't think so.
Jewel is not going to be the one that go, hey, I want to take another trip on Jewel. And I'm not saying not to go on Jewel. I had a great time. And we're going on Mariner, right? We're going to have a great time on Mariner. And we're going on Breeze. We're going to have a great time on Breeze. Okay. But the trips I'm going to remember, Luna, Icon, Harmony, Oasis.
The
list
big
goes on.
ships, that's just your personality preference. Mine are the smallers. I like Jewel. I like Radiance.
I guess. What is it though? Is it the emotional stories, right? That we,
Mhm.
because it's family, we both chose something. I went on Grand Princess, and that is not a new ship, right? And Robbie says the NCL Jade, also not a new ship, right?
See, they will sell Joel again.
Yeah, and Nicole, I absolutely agree. It's not that it was a bad ship. We didn't have a bad time on it. It's just not the one I remember, right? And
So
Michelle, I love this one. I have not met a ship.
that is more like you.
Yeah, absolutely. I could get off one and go on another. One could be new, one could be old. But if you're going to talk about, for me, if we are talking about the ones that create the best memories, it isn't the it when we're talking about the ship, it isn't Jewel, it isn't Radiance, it isn't or Dream or Breeze or any of those that we've been on, right? Says Enchantment, right? All of those were great, and it is why we keep cruising on all of them. But I love all the royal ships because they give me liquor.
I think you pay for that liquor.
Yeah.
Unless you're on
Well, no,
some level.
casino.
I say casino. Unless
Yep.
you're at the casino.
And Greg says, I've been on the little poop ship and would do it again. Boop.
Boop.
But then corrected. Oops. Boop. And for the longest time, I thought we were on the poop cruise before it. We were not.
Wrong ship, baby.
Yeah. But that's all right. It was Imagination that we were on. And again, Imagination was our very first ship, another older ship. And it seems like we get on more older ships than we do on the newer ones. And I'm okay with that because, again, it gets me on the ship. But I don't get off that thing going, wow, that was the best time ever. I got off Harmony going, wow.
Okay, so we step back, right? Because also the community stories, a lot of people were talking about, and I think you even post one of the questions was like, would you redo your first cruise? I think, and I think with first cruises, I understand why so many pick their first cruise as their favorite, right? Because it's a new experience. You don't know what's coming. It's all new. Your first sail away, walking onto the ship, seeing the ocean from your balcony or from the helipad or after the ship. You only get those experiences that first once. And you never forget your first.
No.
Yeah. I think there's a certain emotional connection you never forget. It may not be good. It's like the first time having sex. It may not be all that great, but you don't forget it.
So what you're saying is the first ship popped the cherry and you'll never get that again. And I absolutely disagree.
No, that is not what I said. You have an emotional connection, and that's why people have that connection with their first cruise. What made you fall in love with I'm never getting off a ship again? Was that first cruise? You talked about it. Going out, that sailing and being on the deck and watching the sail away.
That turned me into a cruiser for life. Absolutely. I do not disagree with that comment. That very first cruise was our worst cruise we've ever done.
Again, it's like pizza. You can have bad pizza. It's still pizza. So bad sex. It's still sex. If there's some positive things to it, not all going to be great.
Because if the sex is bad and you just lay there, it's bad sex and I want to get off. And we're done.
If you eat gas station pizza, it's still not the best pizza you ever had, but it's still pizza.
I disagree. Casey's Pizza.
I'm not talking about Casey's Pizza. That's completely different.
Pizza is amazing. And Michelle goes, barely remember my first cruise. Loved it then, but it's been way too long ago. And I really was hoping you were going to bring up Imagination. I really was. Because this was the one you said, I am going to use. And I am so glad you opened.
And then I told you I was thinking about it, but there's emotional first there. It's the first big trip that we've taken as a family. There was a lot of baptism by fire moments. But it was also the first time, because I was like, you never get me on a damn ship, because this is just a petri dish floating in the water, and I'm not doing that. And I didn't die, and I didn't get food poisoning, so we did it again.
So Chris just put out a comment. The worst 3 times I've had was pretty gosh darn amazing. Are we talking about cruising, Chris, or are we talking about plane?
No, you can see what he wrote. I
Still
know.
doesn't. We're not going to talk about it. All right. So let's go back to that. That was Carnival Imagination. And there may be some people in here that don't know. Okay. Canceled flight, same day cruise, dropped $3,000 to get
That had nothing to do with the
port,
cruise.
to get to the port.
That had to do with our errors.
Okay. Running through the port, barely making it on board, and barely.
That's all our stupidity and nobody mistakes. It had
Ship
nothing to
is
do with the cruise itself.
Ship is old. It was worn. Okay. Now going through how many cruises we've been on, the ship was definitely, it is not a memorable ship to be on.
Yeah, I don't remember much about the ship at all.
Exactly.
But
Okay.
it's your first time cruising.
The ports, average. We had one really good one and one that was kind of, that's why we haven't.
Is always kind of, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's why we haven't sailed much of the southern.
But I did learn from somebody that there's a bar. I now just completely went out of
Hey,
my.
Sherman, thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate you coming in.
So if anybody knows in the chat, there is a bar. I was told there's a bar in Ensenada, and it's like right next to the Mexican jail. So to get too drunk, they put you in, let you sober up, and you just go out the back door and you go back into the bar. But we have kids, so we didn't do that. That could be fun. We can go to Mexican jail. What do you think?
Oh my goodness. Chris, I just got to disagree here. Casey's Pizza is another level of bad pizza. However, I would eat it if it was the only option. I got to disagree. Casey's Pizza is one of the best damn gas station pizzas there are. I would drive 100 miles to get a slice of that damn pizza.
That's the first thing you do when we visit my parents. They have a Casey's right by.
Yep, right beside them. We go to visit her family. The only
3 miles down the road, not the only thing.
You know where? You know where I'm going to be. I completely lost that train of thought. Right. Going back, that first cruise was a nightmare. But
it wasn't the cruise itself. It was the getting to the cruise. We had a steep learning curve, obviously.
First time cruising.
We didn't have the YouTube things.
Made just about every freaking mistake you could make all on
it out of our system early and just move forward.
It definitely changed the way we cruised after that. Right. And it took us a couple of years to get back on, but then we got on Oasis and it was like, oh yeah, this is what cruising's like. Oh,
I don't know. They left us on the side of the road in Jamaica.
Pish posh. One incident. But it wasn't, we missed the flights canceled.
That had nothing to do with the cruise line. You cannot put that as part of the cruise.
But it was part of the vacation and it could have very turned it away. That's why. Is it the most memorable? Yes. Yes. I will never forget our first cruise. It is. There are things about it haunt me today, and I warned
haunt you today. And there's stuff that you loved. So
absolutely.
Don't be so dramatic.
And cup of coffee. First time looking out at the ocean on a cruise ship. That is the one memory I can't get back. Okay. And I try to recreate it every single time we go.
And that is an emotional connection of something on your first cruise that you can't recreate.
So Michelle asks, do you guys typically end conversations with let's agree to disagree? So I'm going to tell the story because just before we got on tonight, we are discussing some merch because we don't have merch. Everybody has merch. Cat and Matt have zero merch. And we were trying to decide what type of merch that we were going to put up. And Cat has a thought for one. I have, and we agree it's the right merch. We're going to do luggage tags. But the design on the luggage tags are completely different. 100% opposite, polar opposite. And we have been arguing for 2 days on what a luggage tag should look like. So what was the compromise we came up with? We're making both. She's making one, I'm making one. And whoever likes it, we're going to test it out on some ships, give it away, give it to you guys. Whichever one we run out of first, that's the one we're going to stick with.
Yeah, I think Matt's going to give away more first because he's always in the smokers lounge. And so he has more people that's a captive audience.
Chris Chris, Speedway Pizza is pretty damn good too.
I don't think I've had Speedway pizza.
The place 10 minutes. Okay, what's the place called, Greg? We got to know. Welcome in, Mr. Lugo. Thank you for joining us. And this I've got to put up here. Randy, I hated my first cruise. About after 3 days, I had a 180-degree change in attitude. By the end of the cruise, I was researching possible future cruises. Got home and booked one immediately. Sound familiar?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It still leaves an impression. Your first cruise leaves an impression. Good, bad, indifferent. It is your first time.
It is. It is.
You upped your cherry and you're not going to get it back.
I am going to throw up our ticker because you did say we should. New debates every Wednesday night. CST, come check us out. We did put up our Patreon. So just a little heads up from everybody. We are still in YouTube jail. We are going to be in YouTube
jail.
No, we're in YouTube jail. It's like cruise jail, only it's YouTube. We had to do a channel cleanup because of AIs. We are definitely in a new situation. But for the merch, we've got some cool stuff coming out. And Chris, I actually need to get, if you would DM me later, I need to get your address, please. Same with you, Randy. We've got some stuff coming out for you guys. Would really appreciate it. Just throw that in the DM. Really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Thank you very much. I'm going to take the ticker down because I really don't want it to be about that. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh,
and I think we talk about the first cruises. We talk about some bucket list destinations, some favorite ships, those type of things. But there's also the emotional stories that go with them. And I think those are my favorite when we're reading through. And not because they're all happy. It's because people are being real and they're being vulnerable about cruising with their parents, right? So we just cruised with my parents after my mom has a medical diagnosis.
Yep. Probably going to be the last cruise they're going to be on.
I don't know about that, but maybe the last one we're on there with them. People talking about taking that one last family vacation, celebrating beating cancer or some other health condition. Retirement on a happy note. You have anniversaries, which we've done. We celebrated our anniversary on a cruise. We celebrated my 50th birthday on a cruise. Those stories have almost nothing to do with the cruise line or the ship. They are life stories. And again, for me, it's the people, their lives, and being able to share that and be a part of it.
And you picked the worst cruises to go on.
No, I think more intimate cruises that are smaller that you can get to know people because you're not running around with your head cut off because you need a spreadsheet to plan where the hell you're going.
You plan with a spreadsheet just for the packing, so don't even go there.
Matter. I don't need a planner to figure out how to get to the pool deck or a geo tracker to find people.
All right, so let's flip this around. Okay, let's flip this around just a little bit. If you could go back, what would you do differently? Would you spend less time in the casinos? I already know Vicky's answer. And I already know your answer. Would you get off the ship more?
We always get off the ship.
Would you stay on the ship more?
Probably.
My favorite one. Would you book a balcony?
You always book a balcony. So that's not even a fair question.
What about this one? Because this one is you 100%. Would you skip the drink package?
We have. We don't buy the drink package every time.
Michelle says spend less time sleeping.
So for me, do you have more on your list?
I do. I have two more.
Okay.
Take more photos. Would we take more photos to create more memories or to remember it more? Okay. You already know how much time I spend on my phone. So I'm going to, and my phone, camera, filming, photos.
All your digital stuff.
And we actually have talked about that. That is for me, the one I would do. Be more intentional when I'm on the ship about doing the content when it's not you and me time.
Yeah. And this is a point we actually agree on. So people might want to note this. I'd say what I would actually change is stop trying to do everything. I'd take the picture and then put the phone away, right? Because in the past, we were always so busy making sure we remembered the moment that we weren't actually living in the moment, like you said. And I've gotten better at that because the other day you asked me, don't you have any more pictures? I think I have 5.
And what was your, no, you take all of them for me.
I did because you do, and I'm able to do that. I'd also stop saying, we'll do the next cruise. That's not on your list. Because sometimes there isn't that
We don't-
next cruise.
Correct. This could be the
And
last.
no matter our age, no matter what's going on in our life, we are not promised tomorrow. And we learned that lesson last year.
I'm going to read off Michelle's because I've had it up on the screen for a little bit. And I agree with 98% of this one. Dance more, laugh more, talk to more people we don't know. For me, skipping.
He does that anyway.
You don't need this intoxicated. I promise I'm enough to handle not intoxicated. So putting me under 5, 6, 7 drinks.
What's fun is when he's editing video and he's, when did I shoot this? And I just start laughing because I'm like,
yeah, we were in the elevator.
we were
I am
interviewing
talking to
people.
people. I'm like, where the hell did this footage come from? And she goes, you were drunk. I'm like, what? Was this on the ship? Yeah. Chris says, here's an odd dynamic. I sailed with my mother-in-law before my wife sailed with her mother. That is a little odd. But whatever. Always a balcony, always a drink package, unless it's a special itinerary cruise like Alaska. The drink package, if it's Alaska, or is that what you're saying there, Greg? Or is it the balcony because it's Alaska? Because I'm with both on this one, right? Oh, welcome in, Carol. Saw your live tonight. That was fantastic, by the way. Really good. You, Bill, and Scott did a great job tonight. They were talking about solo cruising. So it was pretty cool to watch. And then Sherman says, I'm with Michelle except for the dancing part. We'd all like to see Sherman with his shirt off dancing, wouldn't we?
It's a little bit strange request there, dear.
You know, I'm all about the strange request. No drink package if it's Alaska. I am going to say, I don't get me wrong. I'm not going to turn down a drink. I like having drinks, but again, I don't need that to have a great time. It helps that you are a little less inhibited when you have some alcohol in there. And Michelle says, definitely a balcony out for Alaska, but drink package not needed. So here's where I'm going to disagree with probably 95% of the people in chat. I'm from Canada. I have no effing desire to see Alaska. It's cold. There's a lot of snow. It's cold even when you go up in for the Alaskan season. I saw that my entire life. Zero desire to go back up there. I moved to the States for a reason because I followed this beautiful lady on the screen here with me, and I keep moving her south. We lived in Seattle. We've lived in Minnesota.
We live in Canada. We live up in northern Canada.
Northern Canada. So not even down near the border. We're talking 500 miles from the Arctic Circle. That it was cold as crap. I don't want to go back to that. I've seen polar bears. We've seen.
There's no polar bears up there.
Yeah, it was me. White and grumpy. I was the
You're
polar.
still white and grumpy.
Very true. So now I'm just a southern polar bear. All right. Never script. You want to do this one, baby?
Never skip the drink package. Give a security guard a cruise duck along with the cleaners of general spaces.
Absolutely. Give everybody cruise ducks. We're going to. And then Greg says, I still have a drink or two on there, but I want to make sure when I see a whale, it's a whale.
See, when we were in Seattle, we saw whales.
All the time. Not all the time, but
we saw orcas. We saw all the stuff.
Which was great. And we had the salmon runs right behind our house. So I understand people's desire to see that stuff, but been there, done that, got the t-shirt, have the scars, don't want to do it again. For me, it is, if we're going to do a cold itinerary, I want to go to Antarctica. I want to
do not want to go there.
I do.
I said that was on my bucket list, and you looked at me like I grew a second head.
I do want to go there, not because it's Antarctica, because it would be 20 days on a ship.
Funny.
That's the honest truth. It's 20 days on the ship, and you can get them for 12, but you know what I'm saying? It's a longer itinerary because of the distance you got to go. So yeah, I would absolutely do that. And Carol comes in with my favorite. I would love to relive the Greek Isle cruise. Okay. We have one in June next year. It is our first med trip, and we are getting to see all the bucket list places: Santorini, Mykonos, Athens, Valletta, Olympia,
Istanbul.
Istanbul. That to me is there. If we're going to do a cold one, I would love to do the Norwegian fjords. Okay. Again, cold, but the beauty of because I've been to Norway, and the beauty of the fjords in Norway outdo Alaska. Not, again, maybe I'm a little biased because we're up there, but oh, Carol, look at this. Carol grew up in Tacoma, south of Seattle. Missed my opportunity to take an Alaskan cruise. Carol, we lived in Olympia, and our daughters are still up there. One's in Chehalis and one is in
Portland,
Lacey.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
No, she moved on you. Gotta keep
Yep,
up
she
with the
did.
times, mister.
Absolutely. That was our Mediterranean, which we are going to be on the same ship
Viva.
in 4.0.
Viva.
Viva.
You are so long-winded. We're being on the Viva.
Woman.
What?
Seriously. Oh yeah, no, it's okay. We're on Ship Happens Wrong. We got to argue a little bit, right? Yeah, we're going to be on Viva. I know. Okay, we got to hear it. We got to hear Michelle's funny joke. Please tell us, Michelle, about polar bears. And see, and that was her ship too. We're going to be on Viva for 4.0 in October, and then again in June of 27 to do our med trip. That one, to me, that's the one trip I haven't been on yet, and I would do it again. Absolutely.
You haven't been on it, but you're going to do it again.
I'll do it again. If I could book it tomorrow again, I would. I absolutely, but I think you.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It literally is also our most expensive. Didn't surprise me until tonight, because this was the first time I saw someone comment on it. Almost nobody said they wanted to do a repeat cruise based on the cabin they booked.
It's not in your cabin. People think it's a huge deal. You're just not in it.
Or the buffet.
Yeah, I don't even go to the buffet on purpose. What are you talking about?
Or almost every story came back with almost the same thing: where they were in life, their memories, and the people they were with. And Carol said, oh my God. Yep. See, Carol and I are like simpatico here. I don't want cold weather cruises. Cold is no fun. She's going to save it for Friday.
All right. You're helping them get content for Friday. So we're helping them plan. That's awesome. We're glad we can be of assistance.
And we always book the same cabin on Excel ships. So what is it you book, Greg? We got to know. I'm sure I already know the answer, but because I think we're simpatico there too. Scott, are you kidding me, Scott? You wear a sweater in Arizona. I have seen it. We lived in Tucson. We've talked about that before. You would not live in Alaska. Oh, look at this. They even know. Look at down to the room number. There's got to be a reason. We got to find out the reason for that. Please share that if you would. If you don't want to do it on a live, I do got to know about it for Match Game, because that is absolutely crazy. And then today is National Joke Day, July 1st. Do you know what it is also today? And I didn't say it because we have nobody in the audience.
Bad citizen.
It's Canada Day. It's our Independence Day, Canada Day, today.
What did they say? Call you on that one, Canadians on that one show?
We're not.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We're not repeating it.
Yeah. Makes me laugh every time.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're not repeating it. It's not appropriate.
Well, I know it could be offensive to someone. We're not going to do that, but it's funny because you spit your drink out. I
did. It made me laugh, made me cry, and get mad.
Who was the comedian?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yes, just look up what he calls Canadians. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, made me laugh, made me cry, and made me want to punch him in the face all at the same time. It was crazy. And we will go check that out, Greg. I am going to check out the video and do my homework before the match game.
Do your homework.
Yep. Oh. And what I do realize tonight, it wasn't about the ships. It isn't about the cabins or the loyalty status or the drink packages. It is about the moments. And I think that's where you and I do agree. The people we traveled with, the places that surprised us, the moments we shared. Okay. While I do agree, we've had a lot of those moments on some of those older ships, I would still, if I had to book tomorrow, I am not booking Jewel. I am not booking Radiance. I am booking Legends.
So you're not having a lightning round for me?
You want to do the lightning round?
Sure.
No.
Why not?
Because. All right, fine. We'll do the lightning round. All right. So just for everybody, we're going to throw out a question, throw it, your answer in the chat if you can. Don't think about it. Just answer it. All right. So best embarkation day ever. You start.
Radiance.
That's not an embarkation day.
Yes, it is.
Be
Why is that?
specific.
When we had that driver in
Costa Maya.
Galveston from the M&M.
Yeah, Costa Maya. That was the best.
That's on embarkation day. Embarkation day is the first day you get on the ship.
You're killing me. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. Best embarkation day. I'm not going to say Luna. That's for sure. That was horrible. I would say, actually, I would go with Radiance, on the helipad. Radiance. Okay. Best sail away.
Harmony.
No way.
That is the same one that the helipad. That's our sail away.
No.
Yes.
Radiance was the helipad. Harmony is where we started it, but the best one was Radiance. All right. Best
Oasis is where we started it. Best sea day, Radiance.
Harmony. All right. And we got some stuff coming in. Lightning round. And Michelle says Viva, by the way. Best dinner.
150 Central Park.
150 Central Park. La Bistro on Luna. All right. Best surprise.
Meeting people that became friends. Because I'm not much to go out there and meet.
Best surprise for me is going to be on the dance floor on Grand Princess with my son as we were both twerking.
Yeah, on video you twerking?
It's very hard to take video and twerk at the same time.
I don't know if your son took it.
No, we were both twerking together.
Oh, that's even weirder. Okay, best excursion.
Actually, hold on. No, I'm going to go back. The best surprise was Sapphire on Jewel.
Oh, that was funny.
Yes. So our son dressed up in drag on Sapphire at...
Not on purpose. He didn't know that it was part of the game.
No.
Well, he did it on purpose, but...
For Crazy Quest.
Unplanned, yes.
He got up in the middle and it was absolutely...
So that's what I was going to say. Best entertainment was Crazy Quest. Actually, I was going to say Cats and get your reaction.
I can't believe that's on that boat for another 7 years. Oh my God, that is the worst.
I think best entertainment is Crazy Quest. You're getting on lightning round here. What is the best excursion?
So best excursion for us is Costa Maya, only because of, Puerto Plata was good too. Puerto Plata was amazing with you. No, I'll say Costa Maya. What about you?
I'm actually going to say the cave tubing. I know you hated it, but you didn't know what to expect with tubing.
You're going to say cave tubing?
Yeah, I liked it.
That was horrible.
I loved it.
That was the slowest whitewater rapid.
Yeah, it wasn't white. It's tubing. You don't know. Tubing is you'll get in a tube and you float. You think it's like whitewater rafting and you're going to be going in the cave through the currents. That's just not how it works.
No.
Yes.
That was horrible. Bad one. Best entertainment. Go back to it. Best entertainment.
I just said best entertainment is Crazy Quest. I already showed you.
Crazy Quest. I am going to say
it's one I will never miss when we're on a royal ship.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to see it every time. We're going to line up for it. And Greg and Michelle are saying both the Demanga Falls in the deal. So yes.
We haven't had a chance to go there yet, but it is
not yet. It's on the port list. So entertainment for me, it's between two, and it was the same ship. So we're just going to say it. I'm actually going to go with Luna, the Elton Show, and Fleetwood Mac, because those were absolutely fantastic. All right. Best photo.
I think it was the two of us on Harmony, the black and white one that we got. And that's my favorite.
What about you? What? No.
Yes, it is.
No, not even close. I would say Great Stirrup Key with the entire family in the cabana. That one is all of us together. And And Robbie agrees the shows were great. All right, here we go. This one's going to start the fight and decide whether I am sleeping on the couch or not. You ready? Best travel partner.
I would say most days, you.
Thanks.
Yeah, most days.
You ready for my answer?
You're their son.
It's always you, baby.
Till I give you a headache.
Always you. It is always you. No, I absolutely agree. You're still the best travel partner. I love going with my son, and I had an amazing time with him. And Greg and Michelle are agreeing. Your partner is always the best. The moments we share are unlike anything else we do in life.
And if we're thinking about the one cruise that we do again, it was a harder question than I expected it to be. I think I started to think about the ship like you would, right? And then I started going through our memories and having faces attached to those memories. There's somebody laughing, somebody sitting next to me, somebody I was lucky enough to share the week with, including yourself, but knew we've met along the way.
Oh,
I don't chase the ships. I want to chase those feelings and connecting with everybody we do here on our channel. And that goes into when we were wrapping up, the ships change, the ports change, even we change. So again, we're not going to recreate. I think it's about naturally flowing into the moment without changing the ending of going on a cruise and spending time with people.
yeah. It all comes down to the people you cruise with. I say it every week when we talk on this. We have met an amazing community that shares the passion we do for cruise ships, for acting crazy on them, for drinking too much, for having too much fun, for dancing on the deck, but for standing on the balcony, watching the sunset, watching the sunrise. Cruising is unlike any other activity that we could do. And it is about the memories that we create. And I am extremely appreciative of the memories I get to make with you and anybody I do cruise with. And Michelle says I would really do Viva Mediterranean. I loved all of it, and I can't wait to do it, Michelle. I'm not going to lie. I'm so excited. I talk about this one all the time. We are actually going to wrap it up there because
we're going a little long here.
Yeah, I keep looking up I promised her I would only keep her an hour. I know she bugs me crazy when I do Usual Suspects and are on there for 4. But I just wanted to say thank you very much to this entire community for helping support us, for being crazy passionate about cruising like we are, okay, like I am, and I'm trying to convince her to come live on a cruise ship with me. Thank you for getting engaging. You guys were amazing tonight. We'll be back on Saturday.
Actually, we'll be back on Friday.
Oh, yes. Yes. I was talking
our channel. Gotcha.
Our channel.
I'm just trying to promote.
With running after show. We will be on Friday night on the match game, Saturday night on Usual Suspects. Absolutely love having you guys in, being a part of us. Thank you very much. And until we see you again, remember, ship happens.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Another show's in the books. Another night talking ship, cruise chaos, bad decisions, good memories, and probably a few differing opinions. It's exactly how we... Seriously though, thanks for hanging out with us. Whether you're planning your next cruise, already counting down, or just escaping real life for a little while, we really appreciate you being here. That's what this community's about. Real people, real cruise talk, the stuff cruisers actually talk about after dinner, at the pool bar, or standing on a balcony. No polished travel ads, no fake hype, just the good, the bad, and the ridiculous side of cruising. And honestly, that's the fun of it. Wherever your next getaway takes you, we hope good people, strong drinks, ocean breeze, late nights, and stories worth talking about long after you get home. Until next, keep smarter, not harder. Good, everybody.